Hey, we're live.
Hey, we're live.
Tess is doing the whole show by herself tonight.
All by myself.
I'm going to go take a nap.
Yep. You're going to have to deal with me. How do you feel about that?
I've had to deal with you all day. I don't know.
You've had to deal with me for the past 2 hours.
It just felt like all day then.
I had to deal with myself all day. Can you imagine how I feel? I don't actually think we're live.
What? It says we're live.
It says we're live, but it's oh, nope, now we are. Don't worry about it. It wasn't popping up on my phone. It didn't like me very much. It's not my fault.
It says we're in live for, well, it jumped like from 7 to 15 seconds all of a sudden. So. Hey, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
How's it going? Hopefully y'all caught our banter.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We don't know.
We don't know anything.
Sometimes we don't. Sometimes the live thing we're not overly sure about.
Yeah.
YouTube tells us we're live, but
we don't really trust it. We have trust issues.
It was like if you joined us for After Dark, it said we were not live.
Yeah,
and
but
then
we were
live, and then we're not. And
so we went live for like 18 seconds, and then
I had to delete that episode too. Like when we got through on Friday, it was like, why is there these 18-second video out there? So we were live for
18 more seconds.
So that was evidently, if you were there on Friday and that snafu, for some reason, well, you could thank Microsoft.
Okay.
My laptop rebooted earlier that day, and it turned Edge into the standard browser instead of Chrome, right? And so when it went live, it tried to open in Edge, and Edge goes, "You're not logged into YouTube or anything." And I'm like, of course not, because I've never used this browser. And then it's asking me for a password, and like, I don't know what the password is. It's saved.
Literally, that's the point of saving the password.
But it was saved in Chrome, not there. So I was like, I don't know what's going on.
I hate that.
So I had to make it connect back over. But so evidently, without logging in, it did connect, but it connected way late.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
Wow.
It was
hard. We didn't have a good time.
It's hard. Then we talked for over an hour or so.
Oh, Tommy's here.
Hey.
What's it like being on the other side, Tommy?
Updates are edgy?
Apparently. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. I'm not hip enough to know what that means. I am sorry.
Why am I not hip enough?
Yeah.
Catch up.
Yeah. We got it working on Friday too. It's just we're slow.
Yeah.
I'm slow.
Yeah.
And the other problem, it's not a problem, but when you do Zoom and YouTube, it does an intentional delay also. So we don't know.
So we're really behind.
Yeah, I'm really behind.
Gregory says, Phillip said hip. Tommy is triggered.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, Gregory, I have no idea. You know,
Oh, Microsoft Edge update, an edgy update.
Oh, see.
I didn't connect to my brain.
I didn't either. Got you. Huh. Wow.
Sorry. We're not hitting any jokes this
No,
evening.
sorry. Yeah. I'm usually there, but
I hadn't arrived yet.
Yeah. I thought Tommy had been hanging around kids too long today or something. And,
right? Learned too much
learned all this
slang.
new slang and lingo, and he's going to come back in here with his hat on backwards and shorts pulled down. We won't know what to think of it.
Nope. Shun.
All right. So tonight we're going to talk about a few books. We only got a couple, but there's a ton of stuff coming out.
There's so much stuff.
With Tommy not being here and me falling asleep last night, I didn't get to read a whole bunch. And then some of the stuff I did read, it's like issue 3 of whatever storyline. So it wasn't
important.
It wasn't. Yeah. It's important to the storyline, but I don't know if you care.
As a whole, if you're not reading it.
Yeah. We'll discuss Fall Festival, and then like I promised, hey, I made a list of RCX Media stuff. So we will talk about RCX Media tonight because We're like a week and a half away.
That's
Tess
really
is slacking.
soon.
We're only a week and a
am,
half away.
I am, and I have no idea what's happening.
I mean, she acts like she's waiting on me to do something.
No, it's all up there. I have access to it all.
Well, you need the email.
I don't have the email. That's so true.
I still have the email, but
We got
everything
debut
else.
logos. We got excellent logos.
Yes. Well, the logos will go up. We'll talk about that. Logos will go up on September 1st.
Yes.
Like on everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about that later. First, we're going to talk about some books. First, we're going to talk about Predator versus Black Panther #1. Just so you know, it's exactly what you would think.
Cool.
It's the Predator versus Black Panther. So
I can see it.
I actually read the Predator versus Wolverine, and the Predator versus Wolverine was actually really good. And I was surprised because once again, I get surprised a lot now.
Yeah.
Because sure, and this is the same way. So basically now it's the times that the Predator has shown up in Wakanda to basically, battle
Do that.
the Black Panther. Jazz hands with the Predator. So that's what we're doing. So the Wolverine was basically Predator, the same Predator during different time periods of Wolverine's life. So we're kind of doing that a little bit with, you know what? I'm assuming we're going to do that with this. It may not be. Could be just a different story. I won't know until next issue.
No, Gregory. No.
She's a Predator, baby.
No. We're not bringing this into this. That's a separate thing.
Did you want to look at that?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't really care. Sorry, that one.
Fine. Give me that back. I cared. I care.
And you care. I don't. I care that you care.
You don't. Stop. You don't care about my feelings. Next up, I read Jenny Sparks. So actually they did. So most people, if you don't know, Jenny Sparks was a part of the Authority back when it was Wildstorm and not part of DC. So before it became all a part of DC, they did their own Authority stuff and everything as part of Wildstorm, and now it's DC proper. And this basically kind of starts out. So let me back up. Jenny Sparks is the embodiment of the century. So she's like 100 and something years old because she can die and come back, but because she embodies that. So she has the senses of everything, and she's British. But which is why you see the flag.
Yeah.
But the best part in here is she's using Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman to do her bidding because she's the embodiment of the century, and they can't really do anything about it. Batman's not happy about it, but she's like, yeah, I don't care.
Who cares?
That's kind of what she is.
I love that.
So it's pretty much her trying to figure out what's going on with the Atom. Really, something is messed up with Atom. Atom. And he's basically killing people.
What?
Not intentionally, but he's made of radiation, so it's
it's kind of an issue.
Yeah, it's kind of an issue with him.
Bit.
So it's kind of Captain Atom, but it's still Atom to me. Not the little dude.
It's that little.
Not so sure he's much captain-y in here, let me tell you.
So true.
But and then they do like other things where since she can sense everything, they're bringing in other people's in like certain comic panels. They bring in other people's lives. Like it doesn't really like in this page here. This is like page 1. It's a bunch of other people and what they're doing in their life because she can sense everything. So it's actually really well done, but just her manipulating.
I love that.
Not really. I mean, not like controlling them, but like, oh, you got to help me. And and they can't really say no.
I love that.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I love that. I do want to look at that one. I don't care about the men.
Yeah, Atom. I was saying Atom.
With a T.
I don't think I could have been saying Adam, but I was trying to say Atom. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
To them, it does.
Sorry.
It does to them.
Yeah. Sorry, Megan.
Yeah, Atom, Captain Atom. My pick of the week is Nightwing, Fallen Grayson, 4 of 5.
I made the mistake of opening it up just to like peek through, and I saw one page, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna cry!"
I told you. I told you. So I wanted to show Tess a picture of the Fallen Grayson in here for a reason, and then I'm like, I can't, because every page in here is literally a spoiler for this story. Like, right, it's the whole pen and pen thing. Exactly, Megan. It's I speak the best I can. I do what I can, but at the end of the day, just assume you know what I mean and move on.
Exactly.
But yes, so this is basically actually Nightwing 117. It is the next to last issue for our buddy Tom Taylor and his storyline, and this definitely was a pretty huge issue. I will tell you, one of my, if you saw the cover to last issue, or you can even kind of tell here, this is not really a spoiler. You know, something's happened to Dick, of course, and he's not Nightwing. Well, Batman takes up the mantle of Nightwing. And my favorite thing in here is when Oracle is calling this call sign, she calls him Nightwing 2. And it makes me laugh.
I love that.
She goes, Nightwing 1 to Nightwing 2, Nightwing 1 said. That was pretty funny.
I love that.
So, yeah, he's definitely setting up. The ending of this is kind of actually a shocker. If you've ever followed Nightwing mythos, they changed some stuff in here that follows right down the line. So I'm not going to tell you.
No. I'm waiting until I can read all 5 of them.
Yeah, this has been really good, and I can't actually wait until how he's going to end this. I have no idea, honestly. But he is
just one last issue.
He's got one issue left, and I'm like, really? But this basically straightens up a lot of stuff, and then he actually answers a whole bunch of he answers questions. He makes up a question and answers it in here.
Good for him.
Yeah. Things we didn't even know we needed answered, he answers in here. So this is my pick of the week. And I'm not going to show it to you because I don't want you spoiled.
Yeah, I shouldn't look at
it. Literally every page in here.
Every page is a spoiler, yeah.
I was like, here, I'm going to show. I can't.
Yeah.
Wait, let me show you. Yeah, I can't show you this page either. I can't show you anything. So what was your pick of the week, Tess?
I picked Titans Beast World.
Everyone hold on.
Everyone hold on.
She's picking a comic.
I picked a comic before.
Have you?
Yeah, I did.
Pick of the week?
Poison Ivy. Yeah. And
wow.
Several others. I've done a couple trades.
Okay.
I did the Super Pets.
Did you?
That was my pick of the week.
Oh, yeah, it was your pick of the week that week. Yeah, that's right. I was here for that.
I'm growing up. I'm evolving.
Our Tess is growing up.
It's so cute. So cute. I really enjoyed it. I really like these characters a whole lot. It's really good.
Is that the first or second trade?
This is the first and only.
Okay.
I believe.
Well, it won't be the only.
It won't be the only, but
it's the first of many of this then.
I'm sure, but it's yes.
So this week is you have the Titans Beast World trade, which is the first storyline, but then you have the Titans Beast World Tour, which is all the single issues that they did in a trade. So, and you get Gara, right?
Yeah. It was really good. It was really like comedic at the right points, so it didn't feel too heavy because it could have felt really heavy.
Well, yeah, it was.
It was really heavy.
Well, this storyline is really kind of what kicks off the absolute power.
Really?
Yeah. So all the stuff going on in here with Amanda Waller, kind of is what kicks off the whole absolute power miniseries going on now. So if you want to get into the beginning of that Titans Beast World,
cool.
But there was a whole bunch of stuff. Scarlet Witch 3 is coming out.
Woo!
Powerpuff Girls 2.
Woo!
Phoenix 2. The next storyline for Ultimate Spider-Man is kicking off.
Woo!
Local Man 13. Robot and Girl number 3. And then Lawful number 3. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff
Lots
too.
of threes.
Bunch of that's the thing, right? There's a whole bunch of 3s this week. Right? Like, this is my stack. There's a whole bunch of 3s this week, and then there's some Star Wars stuff. Can't remember what else.
There's lots of things.
Oh, the next Absolute Power Task Force is over there.
Mm-hmm.
Superman, which is a part of it. Wonder Woman, which Wonder Woman 12, I guess, which is a tie-in to it also. That's I mean, I like Wonder Woman as a part of the tie-in, but my problem is I like Tom King's Wonder Woman, and yes, he's still writing it, but it's a part of the Absolute Power. I'm like, I want to get back to the story, right? Yeah. I want to. Okay, yeah. I mean, once again, yes, the Trinity backup in Wonder Woman is actually the best. They've all been good. I can't wait till they collect those.
I'm really excited because I want to read to them.
So they're going to end up collecting those kind of like they did the Young Diana. Mm-hmm. So I'm waiting for that.
Yeah.
So did you read anything else this week?
Anything?
Anything at all?
No, actually. I haven't read a whole lot this week.
Yeah, I've read some of the newer stuff here. I'm behind on a whole bunch of stuff. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was reading a book that Jaclyn told me to read because she was going to bring it to you, but I haven't finished it yet because she said you read it first. Can't remember what that was. Sorry, that is not helpful for y'all at all. It slipped my mind. It slipped my mind. What it was. Been reading it the last couple of days.
Great.
Yeah. Do you remember which book Jaclyn said she was going to bring?
There were a bunch.
Sorry. It's like this town has basically been taken over by this religion. And these kids are trying to get out, but like there's this horror creature piece to it.
Ooh, I love the religious trauma.
It's definitely there. It's definitely there.
Looking forward to
I'll
it.
come up with the name of it next time. I can't remember. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Right? It is.
That is pretty amazing.
I saw it. Jaclyn and I saw it. I'm like, I got to have that shirt. Like, I'm not even the biggest Wolverine fan, but I'm like, the shirt I got to have.
It's pretty amazing.
It's my favorite.
It's great.
So I ended up getting this because it made me laugh. And I also ended up getting a WKRP in Cincinnati, which made me laugh. So
I love that for you.
A few people may understand why that makes me laugh, but I know you don't.
I'm going to smile and wave. It's okay.
It's my new Thanksgiving shirt. I will show Tess the clip from WKRP in Cincinnati and explain to her. Well, I won't have to explain to her anymore why it's my Thanksgiving shirt.
Oh.
There's no turkey on it. It's just a red shirt and just says WKRP in Cincinnati. But at the same time, it still makes me laugh.
I love it.
It makes me laugh a lot.
I think that's perfect.
So yeah, there's tons of stuff coming out. So come pick it out. Oh, yes. The new EC Abyss came out this week, number 2.
Very exciting.
Man, it was a bunch of stuff.
I'm excited for the next EC one.
It's over there.
I know. I didn't get a chance to read it today.
Me either. Actually,
I'm sure it's great.
Yeah, it wasn't in the stack. It's in my stack at home. So I haven't gotten it. Yes, it was a white shirt from the turkey giveaway. I will show you that. Yeah, I'll show you that. That's my favorite clip. When last Thanksgiving, when we went up to Pittsburgh and stayed with our friend up there, she had never seen it either. And I'm like, okay, you're gonna watch you're gonna watch this clip. You'll never look at Thanksgiving again.
Oh no.
It's great. All right. So that's books. Lots of books. Fall Festival. We have a fall festival coming up September 28th. Mm-hmm. Lots of stuff is happening.
So many things.
What's happening, Tess? Do you know what's happening?
Put me on the spot like that. We're going to have a sale. I do know that.
We are?
Like
on a boat?
Like on a boat. Exactly.
big?
We're gonna do Richmond Comics, but like on a boat. We're gonna get a yacht and we're gonna get everybody on it. And Phillip is paying for it all.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, it is America's Cup time, so it's time to be on a boat.
Yep. We're gonna sail around somewhere. I don't know where.
Put a sail on that chair and push you down the parking lot.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I would love that.
There you go. So I guess let's see. We are almost just over a month away, right? Because it's the 28th, September 28th. So today's the 20th. Time. It doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything.
So we will be posting stuff about that soonish. I'm assuming.
Yep, 100%.
Maybe. I don't know. I was trying to ask my social media coordinator. But really.
Yes, things will get posted soon.
I mean, if she doesn't know, I got nothing.
Oh, look, I didn't even know that. Tommy says the Facebook event and post of creators and artists will go live tomorrow.
I bet he just figured that out about 3 minutes ago after we started talking.
Oh,
about
I'm sure. I'm sure.
But he said it like
communicate.
Yeah, he said it like he knew that.
You get all the brownie points.
Yeah. How about that? So we'll be talking more about that next week.
But yes, very
But
exciting.
anyway, so we do got that. So mark that on your calendars for Saturday. We will kick off at 10. Tommy's going to be here at 10. I'm sure I'll be here at 10 too.
I'm sure I'll be here at 10 too.
I'm assuming we still have Jamie and Art coming at 10. Tommy?
Probably. No, we gotta wait.
We're not going to say another word until Tommy speaks. No, so anyway, that's coming up. We'll have more about that next week. And then I guess we'll take time now and start talking about RCX Media since everyone is asking.
Everybody loves us.
Yep. I don't know about that. They're either asking
if you say it's true.
They're either asking it so they can run away or they know when to hide.
Tommy says he's going to triple check, but yes. Last time he talked to them.
All right. So RCX Media is coming September 1st. The YouTube channel will be this YouTube channel will be changing come September 1st from Richmond Comix to RCX Media. The @ will also be changing, and the name will be changing. But if you've already subscribed here, you should not have to do anything. They're letting us change everything over to be RCX Media. All the subscribers will stay. All the notifications will stay. Nothing should change. So you shouldn't need to do anything there. So all day, not all day, but at some point on Sunday, I can't tell you when, on that Sunday, September 1st, I will start changing over and making sure the logo's up, all the names are changed and all that stuff. So our first show will be the 3rd on here, but I'll get to that. So you'll see a new logo. The Richmond Comics logo will be gone. Phoebe has created us a wonderful logo.
It's amazing.
It really is. She's created a wonderful logo for it. And then for a couple of our shows, we're going to have logos for that. We're going to run down our shows here for that. So, and then on top of that, we'll have a new Facebook page. Richmond Comics, let's say it. Richmond Comics will still have all of its stuff. Nothing's changing. It's just Richmond Comics will not have a YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
Richmond Comics will have a Facebook. It'll have an Instagram. It'll have a TikTok. None of that is changing. It just will no longer have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
The YouTube channel will be going to RCX Media. RCX Media at that point will then have a Facebook page, an Instagram, and its own TikTok. Completely separate.
Yes. There are two different things.
Yep. RCX Media is a completely separate entity. So just let you know how since everyone's here, everyone's asking the way that's structured. Tommy, Tess, Jaclyn, and I, we're the owners of RCX Media. It's completely different setup and company. We are completely an incorporated company, so it's completely different and all that stuff. So that's how all of that is set up. Completely different. So if there's things about RCX Media you don't like, she's the boss. You can yell at her. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to just come to me. You can just go yell at Tess.
Yeah, come yell at me.
Please.
Please, actually, do it. I dare you.
You're an owner. Nothing I can do about it. Sorry. So it is set up completely different. And as once again, we'll talk about more and more of this, especially after we get past September 1st, more of the changes, more of the focus. Right now, just hit some of the stuff that we're going to be doing again. But over the next few weeks, our focus for RCX Media will come a little bit more clear. At a high level, it's really about promoting the industry as a whole. Mm-hmm. I went down and I'm going down a rabbit hole now. So we just did an after dark talking about banned books and a bunch of stuff like that. We're going to have a Cancel My Box we'll get to in a minute, which is going to be we've got like 3 banned book episodes that's going to be coming up. And I went down a rabbit hole after that show on the weekend. I didn't realize, and once again, it's not a part of a normal world that I'm currently a part of. Mm-hmm. Not saying that I won't eventually be kind of a part of it. They're running into the same issue on the cosplay side at shows. Mm-hmm. Is that there's basically now a group of people that are trying to kick out any like LGBTQ type creator it's like it was a whole 2 or 3. Yes. It was like 2 or 3 articles where once again, you got people trying to gatekeep something that has nothing to do with them because they don't do it. They're not a part of it, but they're like, it's kind of like, I guess in a way in their head, right? They're sitting there going, it's a form of drag, I guess, which makes no sense to me. Once again, logic, it makes no sense to me. But yeah, I've now gone down a couple of different rabbit holes on that. And so I say this because once again, you're going to find out really what RCX Media is about, the positivity in any part of this industry, whether it's comics, books, cosplay, this just part of
the whole overarching
the whole right, movies, whatever. It's
stories, art,
right. It's about promoting it and getting it out there, which is once again. We've only done like 3 episodes on banned books. Mm-hmm. There's going to probably be more. There's going to
be so many more, I'm sure.
Or it's going to be a part of pretty much everything.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, them again. Yeah,
for
us
God's
again.
Sake.
So anyway, but more of that will be coming out over time. Mm-hmm. So once again, I'll go through our shows. We're still doing UnPHILtered. UnPHILtered will be live every Tuesday. And then I figure we'll use our September 3rd show to talk a little bit more and do maybe a little bit better breakdown of RCX Media once we are officially RCX Media. Mm-hmm. Yes, Banned Books Volume 242. That's right, Megan. It's going to be out there. But so we're still doing UnPHILtered live every Tuesday. Still be on here. Nothing's going to change except for now it'll be RCX Media. And like I said, September 3rd, which would be the first one, we'll do kind of another breakdown of media and more into what we're focusing on and things like that. Cancel My Box, which is the main podcast for Tommy and I, and then whoever joins, which can be whoever. Tommy and I will be doing it. That's going to be twice a month. So technically our first episode for Cancel My Box will be September 13th. And these will not be live initially. Once again, I'm not going to say Tommy and I won't make some of those live just because we like doing live stuff.
Yeah.
The first one, September 13th, it's Comics in the 90s, which is basically a podcast I've been wanting to do forever because most people sit there going, comics in the 90s were horrible. They wasn't. You're just reading the wrong stuff. Mm-hmm. And then the second one in September is actually, banned books. It's September 27th. It's our recorded banned book episode, in which kind of doing that episode led it into our rant for After Dark last Friday.
Woo!
So they are different. They're different. They're handled differently.
Mm-hmm.
So if you watched After Dark, you can watch this and get more in depth on what we were doing. After Darks will mostly be live. Those are our monthly ones that we're doing on Fridays at 9:30. So Cancel My Box will drop on Fridays at 9:30. Almost everything will drop on Fridays at 9:30, pretty much.
Okay.
Except for Unfiltered, always Tuesday at 7. Always live.
We try our hardest.
Yep. After Dark will be monthly, once a month live. I say that, but the next episode for After Dark is actually recorded because, hey, it's Comics in the 90s Part 2. So Tommy and I recorded the Cancel My Box version, but then we were like, there's other books like Preacher and Trans Metropolitan and stuff that we kind of want to talk about, but the topics in them were a little more deep than your normal 90s book. So we made it an After Dark special. So not anything horrible. It's just, it fit more to the After Dark. So that one's recorded. And then the next one is the next live one will be October 18th. And it's Topical Comics. So really we're going to be talking about books or comics that's coming out or trades that's come out that kind of, even though it's handled in such a way, it's really connected closely to the real world and how you can connect those pieces and where they got it from. Mm-hmm. Actually, we could even bring in Once and Future on it because it still works.
So many good things.
Yep. So that is After Dark monthly. Mm-hmm. Anthology is going to be at least monthly. The first episode for it should be September 6th. I don't think we've actually filmed an anthology yet at all. But yes, Money Shot is a part of that. I think the initial 3 things we wrote down was Money Shot, Avengers Twilight, and this Absolute Power. But there's lots of things that we'll get to. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then anthology is going to kind of be whatever. We're going to do a lot of interviews on it. Is where that'll be coming from. So once we get going with anthology, you'll probably get a couple a month. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to pick another day other than Friday.
Yeah.
But it's at least going to try to be the first Friday of the month. But we haven't really. We're getting down to the wire, and we haven't really done
anything about it.
We've done a couple, but we've already posted them.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's really kind of where we've been at with anthology. It's kind of like we started After Dark. We started anthology before we actually did this, but it kind of fit in there.
Yeah, it's
Animal Pound would work. Yeah. And then we have UnWrapped, which is Tess and Jaclyn's monthly endeavor to what they have read graphic novel wise, right? For the month.
Yes, it's very exciting.
I'll let you talk about it.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, it is what we say it is. Like, we just talk about the things that we read, and I don't know. I feel like we read a lot of the same stuff. So a lot of months, it's like, oh well, Jaclyn read it last month. I read it this month.
Still.
But it's good.
But you'll get ideas.
Yeah.
But it is also recorded.
Yes.
And will go up, and it kind of goes up whenever. Mm-hmm. I think last time they filmed it. One day, and it took me like 3 days to upload it. So so
it'll go up when it goes up.
Yeah. So they usually do it. I think last time you did it on the last day of the month.
Yes.
And then it took me like 3 days or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it'll kind of go up whenever they want, but it's kind of it's a couple episodes I think is already out there.
Yeah, we got
2, right? You got a 0 and a 1.
June's and July's are out there.
So.
I think June's video is only like 12 minutes long, but July's video is like over 30 minutes. So you got to commit.
Yeah. Well, it's just like everything else. Once we get more comfortable and
yeah, exactly.
Because I think After Dark was like an hour and something this past week.
And we could have gone on.
We could have gone on forever and ever. And then starting this weekend, it's this weekend. Book club.
Book club.
There will be a monthly book club that will be done via Zoom. and YouTube. Well, it'll be done via Zoom, recorded via Zoom live on Zoom, and then we will post it to basically YouTube, which the book club we may make as part of the anthology. That way we have an anthology to post.
That might be smart.
so it may not be its own. So the Zoom book club, but Tess will be posting. I think she posted today. There's actually a sign up sheet. If you go out to our Instagram, there's a sign up sheet for it. And after this video ends here, I'll put the sign up link on it too. Well, I'm not sure Jaclyn sent it to me, but
I can send it to you.
Yeah. Somebody will send it to me and it will be up on here, but you'll sign up for the Zoom link. So only people that sign up to the Zoom link will be invited and get sent to.
Yes.
And so basically, and we will do this. I will eventually get the description in this video, but it's currently up on Richmond Comix Instagram.
Yes.
Once again,
I'm going to add it to our link tree.
A lot of that will be changing to RCX Media when we get all that going next month. But and that will be done monthly, I believe.
Yes. Jaclyn and I are going to pick a book and we're both going to read it and then we're going to talk about it.
Right. So the book club will probably follow under anthology, just so we know that we will have an anthology.
Yeah.
We will have at least one anthology. So we'll do the book club live via Zoom. I think it's Sundays. It's this Sunday at what time?
It's this Sunday at 7.
At 7.
So Sunday the 25th.
Gotcha. So the first one will be Sunday the 25th. If you want to join.
The link is on Instagram. I'm going to add it to the link tree tonight.
Yep. And the reason I'm repeating it is because Jaclyn told me to repeat it many times.
Yep. And I'll probably forget.
So yes. So we're going to kind of do it that way where we're just, not anyone can just show up. So you have to sign up. But if you can't make it, we will be doing the recording in Zoom and then I will upload it to YouTube.
Yep.
So, and you don't have to talk. You don't have to do anything.
You can just listen.
You can just listen. You can participate as little as much as you want. We're not trying to, if you want to participate, you can.
We'll release the book a little earlier for next month. That way, if you want to read it and join in with the discussion, you can.
Yeah.
This month, we were reading Persepolis. So.
And it's kind of, it's, kind of set up that way. It's like you're not going to run out and read Persepolis.
Yeah.
In the next 3 days.
Yeah, that's not, you can't read that in 3 days. That was a lot.
So, yeah, it's a lot.
A lot.
It's been a few years since I've read it, but it is a lot.
It's really, really good though.
So yes, it is. It is actually really good. So that is the lineup for RCX Media. So basically the way it's set up is we're going to have two videos a week, right? We'll always have UnPHILtered one way or the other. Our plan with UnPHILtered is always live. This episode will always be live. There may be times where life gets in the way and we do some kind of recording on it. But even if we do a recording, we will make sure it drops on Tuesday at 7.
Yes, you can always expect something.
Yeah. So UnPHILtered will always be Tuesday at 7, even if we have to film on Monday and drop not live. We want it to keep that standard.
Yes.
And then the Friday, everything else will usually drop on Friday at 9:30, except for UnWrapped, which will just drop at some point. And then if we have multiple anthologies, we'll just have to drop them
whenever
on a Wednesday whenever we want. So that is it.
That's so exciting. There's so many things.
There is. And once again, we are taking suggestions for interviews, topics you would like for us to discuss. If y'all just wanted at one time for even UnPHILtered, right? Like we do comics, but even After Dark, if you want to do just a straight Q&A.
Yeah.
Hey, can we do a Q&A and ask you anything? Absolutely.
That's great. Yeah. 100%.
I don't share a whole lot, but at the same time, if you ask me something, I'm going to answer.
Yeah.
You may not like the answer, but I'm going to answer.
You shouldn't ask.
If you don't want to know, you don't ask me because I'm going to tell you. But
oh my God.
But yeah, we could do anything like that. It's completely, or we could even set up if we don't want to do a UnPHILtered or an After Dark, we can set up an anthology and and like, hey, like let's do something live on a Wednesday at 7 or something, and just the Q&A. We can do that. It's not a problem. That's kind of what way we're setting up RCX Media, to where we can throw out
yes,
something at any time.
Yes, it's very structured, but also we reserve the right to break the structure.
Right. Yeah. Like Tess and I need guidelines.
Yeah.
Right. Like we need a list. Right?
I need a list. Exactly.
Right. I need a list so I can follow, but it's just a guideline. It doesn't mean that
it's not
everything,
like the written word.
Right. It doesn't mean it always has to be out there. It's like the 80-20 thing, right? Like this fits for 80% of the time, but hey, so
we can figure out how to go with the flow.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited. I'm overly excited for RCX Media.
Too.
I'm over excited where we're going to go with it, and you'll probably see other comic shop owners on here doing interviews, creators on here doing interviews.
Yes.
We've got lots of things. We'll probably actually there's probably things in the store. There's probably things running a comic shop that you don't necessarily know what's going on. And so we actually may interview each other, right?
Ooh.
Like we may kind of set up I set up an interview type kind of conversation, couch session. It's kind of how we did the one cancel my box for banned books. Like I kind of ask questions and stuff like that. So, kind of stuff like that. That way you can
hot ones.
Right. Yeah. Like day in the life. Yeah, stuff like that. Like anything anyone's curious about, like we want to try to answer. And that's kind of really what a lot of this is kind of just opening up and getting people to understand, what this is. Like it's not, it's what comics are is really just just graphic literature, right? It's 100% graphic literature, and it's not necessarily looked at that way sometimes because I don't know why.
It's stupid.
I
think are stupid.
It gets stuck in the mind sometimes of people that if it's drawn or animated, right, it's got to be for a kid. And we talked about this some where like a lot of these books aren't made for kids. There's kids books.
Yeah.
Like we've got a whole side over here they're
so great.
Yeah, that's made for all ages, but the mentality is all of it should be made for kids because I'm 40 years old. I shouldn't be reading comics. Well, that's your problem.
That is your issue. Like keep your bad vibes out of our situation.
Yeah. Like that's, maybe you'd be a better person if you read more
maybe like look within yourself.
Come on, people.
Come on. Obviously, you need to heal your inner child.
So I gotta. So that's RCX Media. We'll talk more about the third, but it made me laugh because So I got a Spider-Man omnibus last week, which was Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is kind of where Dan Slott, and it was done by different creators. Dan Slott kind of started his run, and it had been a very long time. But in that story, in that omnibus, was the actual story of where Spider-Man went and saved President Barack Obama.
Oh.
But evidently there was in the comic, it was only 5 pages, but in the omnibus, it was a full 9 pages. So it was 4 extra pages in there.
Ooh.
And so, and of course, Biden was vice president elect at the time because it was really going through the inauguration of him swearing in, Barack Obama swearing in as president. And it started making me laugh because Biden was on a Knight Rider kick. And so he was going to get in a limo and go wreck into somebody because they were kidnapping Obama. And he was on a Knight Rider kick. And I'm like, man, I knew I liked Biden for some reason.
Iconic.
Knight Rider fan. Actually, there were some good cameos in that. The extra 4 pages was actually really good. It was
I love
funny.
that. Oh my God. That is so magical.
It was pretty funny.
Pretty fun.
Yeah. So there was a couple of good. Actually, there was a couple of stories in there Spider-Man stories I hadn't read because it was I guess they were online only.
Oh, which is stupid.
I don't read stuff online.
No.
If it's not in the book, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't read it online. So that was pretty good.
So special.
It was, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Unico is very, very good.
Yeah, Unico is.
A lot of like children's books are really good at communicating and expressing feelings and stuff that are far too complicated for even like adults to comprehend. So,
and
it's really healing.
And it's one of the. I'll be honest with you, it's one of the books I'm glad they came back out with. Because, like I said, the original Unico came out in the late 70s, 76, I think. I think the manga came out in 76. The first anime came out either in, I think it was like 80 or 81. And so I was overly excited back in, I think March. Tommy and I were at Comics Pro when they announced it.
I remember that.
And I honestly was overly excited for that book. And I'm still overly excited for that book.
We sold out and I didn't even get a copy.
We got more coming.
We got more coming.
Don't worry. But yeah. I ask myself that every day. I'm like, I'm not old.
You're just taller.
Right. Just been around for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, so it was. Like I said, I'm really, because I've had a few people sit there going, "Is this a new manga?" Like, no. Like it's a new story.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of a new story. It's a little bit take on the original Unico, but it's, I'm overly excited.
Yes.
Still excited for that book. So.
Yes. So good.
Anything else we need to talk about tonight?
I don't think so.
All right.
You're the one with the list.
Yeah,
I came very unprepared, per usual.
I always have some kind of list in my head. Well, usually, like, if there's things that I really want to talk about, and we were asked last week about RCX Media, so I want to make sure that
everything was covered.
That was covered. And once again, once we start up and we'll talk more about this in the next couple of weeks, so everybody knows. But once we talk more about the Facebook and Instagram, we'll start posting the episodes and what time and the whole list out there for that. So you'll get more of that over the next few weeks.
Yeah,
I'm sure that'll be hitting if I get off in my behind and do what I'm supposed to do. Get Tess that
it'll
email
eventually
address.
happen.
We'll get that going. We'll figure it out this week.
We will. It will all work out.
All work out. It'll all be fine. Yes. I work better when I only have like 10 or 8 minutes to work on something.
Exactly. When you're forced to work on it.
Do it. Yeah. So. All right then.
Righty then.
Thanks again for joining us for another show.
Of course.
We will be back next Tuesday with more books, and then August is right around the corner from ending. Yep. So,
what the freak.
All right, everybody. Have a great week, and we will talk to y'all later.
Good.
Bye. Not
There's
yet.
There we go.